Hi guys, thank you all for tuning in and welcome back to Sewing Clara. In today's video, we're gonna focus on sewing machine maintenance. There are a few basic steps that you should definitely do regularly because it can save you some trouble and possibly also repair costs in future. So let's jump right into this. There are several places that need to be maintained regularly on a sewing machine. Otherwise, you could get some problems with your stitches and the machine could be full of little fluff that comes from the fabrics that you're going to be using and from the thread. So if you look at the threading system, the thread is being pulled through several places where it's being held by usually metal pieces, and as the thread rubs on the metal pieces, there will be over time a little bit of dust. And sometimes the thread rips during sewing and there might be some residue of your thread here on the top, and that can cause also some problems. So it's definitely important to keep this area clean. The other area that you should definitely clean regularly is here underneath this cover on the sewing table, because that's where the most dust and fluff and all the stuff that comes from your fabrics and thread will be caught. And if anything catches here, that will definitely mess up with your stitches, and it can also cause your needle to break and the machine might malfunction at the end of the day. So these are the areas that are super important, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. The first area that we are going to clean is this area where the threading system starts. So there is a screw that you need to loosen. The screwdriver was not included, so that's one I had to take out from our toolbox. So I'm gonna carefully take this cover off. Make sure you don't drop the screw because I actually just did. And now, after I took off this cover, I have to turn the machine to the back side and unscrew a screw in the back so that I can take this off. So let's do this together. And once I took this off, when you look here inside, I'm not sure if you will notice, but there's already some fine dust that I want to clean. So, and now I turn the machine back so that the front is facing us, and you can see if there's something caught, some piece of thread or some dust, and you can always grab a brush and clean this entire area to make sure that nothing is in the way. And this is an interesting thing when you look at this spring. When I will start adjusting the tension of this thread, the spring will extend or collapse, so that you have an idea how this works. It's not necessarily something you have to know, but I just find it interesting. So, and once I made sure that I cleaned everything, I will put this very carefully back where it belongs. And I will screw it back on. I will also turn the machine to the back, and I will carefully put the cover back. And now I'm gonna tighten the screw. If you have trouble remembering to which side you tighten the screw and to which side you loosen it, you can remember a little verse, lefty loosey, righty tighty, and it always helps. So that's the top. Before we start cleaning the bottom, I also wanted to mention that it's always great to take some kind of tissue or some dusting tool and to clean off any dust that collects here after you've been sewing, especially after you've been sewing stuff like plush or any type of fabric that leaves a lot of fluff around your working space and on your sewing machine, because the less dust is here, the less likely it is that it would collect here in the places where you thread your thread, so basically throughout the threading system, and then it's less likely you will get any troubles with your stitches. Now we're gonna be cleaning the bottom, so I am going to take away the sewing foot, which makes things always better. And now I will grab this screw that came with a screwdriver that came with the sewing machine. That's the screwdriver that you will need in order to loosen these screws, because a regular screwdriver would not fit underneath the sewing machine's arm. And again, we are going to remember lefty-loosey. So I will start loosening all 3 screws that are here. The amount of screws can be, of course, different depending on the type of sewing machine you have. I'm not sure if that's standard. So I have 3 screws here. I'm gonna remove them. And I will put them somewhere safe so that they can't fall in some last corner of my house. I also have to remove the drawer, because then it's going to be easier to remove this cover. And now I'm simply going to remove the cover, and then we can go ahead and clean the inside. There is also here on the side a screw, and I can also open this. And here you have the inside. So you have to be very careful here with this side where I took the cover off as a last step, because there's a chip and you definitely don't want to damage that. I actually only take this off if something gets caught, just to make sure that I clean everything. That's normally a part that I very rarely take off. However, it is easier to clean from the bottom. And I like grabbing actually a regular painting brush and like reaching all the way to the back and making sure that I get all the fluff out from the bottom, because you can't see it from the top so well, but it makes a big difference if you really get it all or not. So this is the fluff I have cleaned out from the very bottom. Next, I will remove this cup. That's the cup in which you always put your bobbin. I will put it to the side, and I will also dust it. And then I'll grab my brush and I will start dusting all the insides here from the top. So you just have to go ahead and look at things from different angles, and I can already see I got some super fluff here that wasn't visible. All these little things can cause trouble. So you definitely want to make sure you get it all out. And also, if your needle breaks, you definitely want to open this and make sure that you find all the broken pieces of your needle so that nothing can get stuck in the mechanism that is down there. And I will again reach from the side and clean it all nicely. And once I'm done, I'm going to put this cup back. And first I will put back on the cover for the side and I will screw it back in place. And now we are going to put these 2 metal plates back so that the table, the sewing table, will be covered. So I will put them together. Just have to play with it a little bit until the surface is nicely flat. There's usually a system, so there are a little metal parts where they kind of click in, and then you know you are holding it the right way. And here's this little half round, like a half moon, or like a little, I don't know, what would you call it, like a little spoony thing that goes here inside. And then you can place these 2 covers. And now you have the 3 screws. Before you start screwing them in place, I highly recommend first putting them in place and screwing only once or twice to the right, and then screwing them slowly in turns, because what can happen is if you screw one tightly in and the plates were 100% straight, you will have trouble putting the other screws in. It happens every single time. With basically anything, you will be unscrewing and screwing together. It doesn't have to be just sewing machine. Basically make sure that the screws are in the holes. And only after you are 100% sure that they went through the holes, only then start screwing them completely in. Because again, otherwise, if you would screw one in, it might be that the plate is a little bit at an angle or whatnot, and you would not be able to put the other screws in. So definitely do it that way. You'll thank me later. So, and now we put everything back in place and our sewing machine has been cleaned. So I can put back the sewing foot. I will also place this piece of cloth underneath the sewing foot and lower it. And then I will put back into this drawer the screwdriver where it belongs and also the brush. And there you have all the fluff that I got out from both the top and the bottom. That's definitely something you don't want to have inside of your sewing machine. You always want to keep it clean. I personally recommend doing the maintenance basically after like at least every other sewing, because then you're definitely safe. Because then definitely there will be as little dust as possible. And if you are sewing something that frays out a lot, that makes already a lot of mess, again, like plush or any type of fabric that frays a lot, where the dust is falling, like velvet, for example, you have to clean your machine after you finished your project. And that is going to be it for today. I hope that this video has been helpful. Thank you all so much for watching and happy sewing.